I'm glad you guys clicked on this video because you're about to learn a lot, understand a lot. Now, you may have also clicked this video and you're thinking to yourself, what is this guy talking about? Are you a chosen one or a frozen one? Now let's be honest here. You're either one or the other, because if you're not a chosen one, you are a frozen one. You are frozen stiff. You're stiff as a board. You don't know what's going on. You're just running around this world like a chicken with his head cut off. You don't know what's going on. But the chosen ones, they see what's going on. They know what's going on. They can't be fooled. They can be tricked short term, but they are truth seekers. And they will come down to the wire and they will proceed forward and get the W at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what comes in their way. It does not matter what happens. They will pull through. And the frozen ones, the wannabe chosen ones, like I said, they're frozen in like an iceberg. They don't know what to do. Frozen stiff. They can't move left, they can't move right, they can't move any way. They just, But the chosen ones are always taking action, one way or another. It's a never-ending process. It's a never-ending thing. You always have to move forward in this life. You have to do whatever it is that you're going to do. Unless you're too frozen to do so. Because the chosen are always moving. And the frozen are always frozen and not moving. You see the difference here? There's the chosen and then there's the frozen. The frozen don't move because they're frozen. The chosen, they move all the time, however they want to move. And sometimes they might not always do the right things and they might not move the right way, but it's like they're still moving. It's better to move than to not move at all. It's better to be chosen than to be frozen. You guys see what I'm trying to say here? Makes sense, doesn't it? Hallelujah. You're going to make many, especially if you're an action taker, if you're a doer, you're going to move a lot of ways in this life that is just, it might not be the right way, it might not be the right thing. But when it's all said and done, you're going to move so damn much that you're going to eventually move the right ways and you're going to do what it is that you're supposed to do. Rather than be just frozen. Frozen because you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, you care too much of what people think. You're frozen in fear. And you know what? When you try certain things in life, you might feel fear. You might feel anxiety. You might feel uncomfortable. You might feel this, you might feel that, and it's normal. But you do it anyways. There's things that I have done in my life, speaking for me, can't speak for anybody else, I can only speak for me here. There's things that I've done where I felt the pressure, I felt the fear with certain things that I've done. And I'm going to tell you guys now, sparring in the gym, in a boxing gym, with a pro boxer, it's like claustrophobic. This dude's coming in on you. You are not efficient in the sport. You might be a good athlete, but you're not efficient in the sport. They have much more experience. So it's like, it's a claustrophobic type of feeling. And I use this as an example for anybody else because like that's what it can be in life. Certain things like that you're going to take action towards, it can make you feel the fear. It can make you feel claustrophobic. It can make you feel this anxiety. And I remember what it was like sparring that pro boxer. It's painful. But guess what? I never got dropped once. I never got finished. I got lit up. I got punched a lot of times. But I did not go down. And I stayed in there because, for one, I was in good enough shape that I could withstand the barrage of punches that came my way. And I felt I was smart enough to stay in there. I was composed enough to stay in there. I feel, for the person that I am, I can take a lot of pain and I can keep going forward. You know what I mean? So it's like only you know yourself. And you can't lie to yourself about things. Only you know what you're capable of. Only you know what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Nobody else. Some people may have seen bits and pieces of your life here and there, but nobody's seen the whole thing. Only you and God has seen the whole thing. So only you know who you are and what you're capable of. No matter how much time another person spent with you, they don't know you like you know you. And it's funny because it's a lot of these frozen ones that want to spectate and think they know who you are whenever it's like, who are you talking to right now? Because it's not me. And these people are just so scared that they want to like have everything figured out. They want to make sure that they know who you are whenever they never will. You know what I mean? It's like mystery gets under these people's skin. It's like they have to know everything. They have to think they know everything. And if they don't, they just want to like put a label on you or put a label on something else and try to make sense of their own stupid thoughts, because that's what it is. They can't stand you being better than them. They can't stand that, so they're going to label you. They're going to think of you a certain way, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just, it is what it is. They're always going to think about you a certain way. Even if it's true or if it's not true, it's their way and it's not going to change. You can change people's perspective about you slightly, but people are always going to view you a certain way. There's people that view me on YouTube and itself that it's like, some people think I'm amazing. Some people think the complete opposite. Some people try to trash me on this channel. And the majority of it is positivity, but it's like there's always going to be somebody that sees you the way they want to see you. And I'm not convinced that I'm trash, and I'm not even convinced that I'm amazing. Like, I just know who I am. And everybody's opinion it doesn't always mean it's right. You know what I mean? And I'd like to see myself as a good person, a positive person, a highly energetic person with a lot of knowledge and stuff like that. And that's just common sense to me. Like I said, I know things about myself. So, and it's good to hear other people say a lot of positive things, but it's like the negative things, it makes no sense. Because for one, it's not true. For two, like I said, these people just want to believe whatever they want to say, and there's nothing you can do. Because people will try to find fault in you for anything. I'm telling you, man, there's people that have watched this channel for the longest time. And they just wait to find any little fault, to find any little thing to just come at you with. And it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And I'm not a perfect person. You are not a perfect person. Nobody is perfect. No human being on this planet is perfect. But what you can do is you can try to be the best you can be, and it's all any of you guys or me or any of us can really do. So it's like you have to keep a happy medium with a lot that is said. You can't get too high on the highs. You can't let the lows get you down low. You just have to kind of, you don't want to put yourself on any pedestal. Whenever people on this channel are calling me amazing and saying how much I helped them and all this, I don't let it and like I said, it's amazing to hear all those things. But I don't want to put myself on that pedestal to oh yes, I'm an amazing person and think this way about myself, because like I said, I know who I am, and that's for you guys to have that type of perspective towards somebody like me. Vice versa, I could see some of you guys like this as well and tell you guys these things because that is how I see you. But you could see yourself differently. And not in a bad way, just differently than you're seeing me. And same as the people that want to say negative things towards either me or you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you can't let other people's whatever other people got to say, you can't let that be who you are, because only you know who you are on the inside, if that makes sense. But like I said, it's always nice to hear positive things, and it's always nice because a lot of the time it is truth 100%, but it's you still can't get too high on it. You just have to you thank it and you move forward, but you can't let it get you too high. You can't, oh yes, that's who I am type thing. It's that's a part of me, but it's not who I am, and I'm not just, I don't know if this is making sense to you guys or not. I'm trying to word it the best I can here, but at the end of the day, it's how you see yourself. It's how you see yourself. Just like being chosen. It's how you see yourself. Only you know if you are. And only you know if you're frozen. Only you know if you're a chosen one. And only you know if you're a frozen one. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm just trying to make sense about as much as possible right now, and I hope it's getting through. And I know there's more I want to add right now, which is why I'm thinking, because I just feel I did not end that the way, but you guys get it. You guys, the real ones, I guarantee you at least get it to a certain extent. Anybody else, oh, what is he talking about? Okay, whatever, I guess, because you're probably frozen, so that's on you. But all in all, the most important thing is how you see yourself. You can take on the positive things, of course you can, and they're all good things. And it's not, I just don't want to have this type of mentality where it's every bad thing that is said about you is just, oh, you're so defensive towards and all this. Most of it, yes, because it's most of it is trash bullshit. But somebody can have a disagreement with something on you, and if you're actually wrong, you're actually wrong. I've never had a problem with that. And you should never have a problem with that as well. But if people are just saying, negative, outlandish things that is just so far from the truth, and it like boggles your mind. Like, what? Because that's mostly what I see on this channel, like in the comment section. And it's probably the same thing with what you guys see too, because, you know, real people should be able to take a little bit of flashback, a little bit of backlash and stuff like this, especially if there's truth in what people are saying. But some things are just so off. It's like, what? Like, first of all, that was so unnecessary to say. Second of all, you make no sense. You just completely made up what you said. And you guys know what I'm talking about. People that want to be negative like that for no reason. People that just want to attack you, and it's like, you don't even take it on board. You just kind of got to move forward, and it is what it is. You don't let those lows get you low. You just stay where you're at, in your zone. Just in your zone. And you're never too high. Because the highs are not going to stay high forever. You have to stay at a medium. And that's just what it is. So, chosen ones are chosen ones. Frozen ones are frozen ones. And it's going to play out the way it's supposed to. You just got to make sure you're taking the right actions in your life. You can't be lying to yourself. You have to make sure you are giving everything you've got every single day. And some days require rest. Some days require taking a back step. You have to be smart. And that comes with growth and maturity. You don't just work yourself into a plateau and now you can't even move. Like, you got to be smart. You got to be efficient. You got to be able to move right. You got to be able to know what you're doing. And that is how you will discover that you probably are a chosen one. You were chosen for greatness. You were chosen to move a certain way that probably less than 1% of the population moves. In all honesty. And the frozen ones are going to remain frozen. And that block, spectating, hating, complaining, blaming, and all this. So you get to pick which one you want. Are you going to be chosen, or are you going to be frozen? And it's up to you. So be who you're going to be. Do what you want to do. I'm out.